Thanks for watching this introduction to the WatchGuard Extensible Content Security, or XCS product line. I'm Mark Romano, WatchGuard's Global Director of Field and Channel Marketing. In this brief video, we'll cover the ways in which the Internet represents great potential and great risk for businesses, the key points about today's email security landscape, and points about today's web security landscape, why content-driven protection is indispensable for businesses, and then we'll recap all of these at the end. This will give you the background you need to understand how WatchGuard Extensible Content Security, or XCS products, are the best on the market to defend today's businesses against Internet risks. We'll cover that in the next video. The possibilities of the Internet are endless. Businesses use email and the Internet for critical business processes every day, including communicating with business partners, conducting transactions with customers, using Web 2.0 applications to conduct business, and the list goes on. Think of how often you use email or the web in any given day. We've come to rely on the virtual world of email and web in everything we do. We understand all of the endless possibilities for the Internet for conducting business. It must also be understood that every email or web action is a potential threat vector to your organization. For example, the pure volume of spam continues to rise at a rapid pace, with over 90% of email now being classified as spam. Email has become the invitation to web-based threats, luring unsuspecting victims to download malicious code via sophisticated blended threats. Data in motion across email and web accounts for over 83% of all data loss and privacy policy violations. The web has become the new threat vector of choice by hackers and cybercriminals to distribute malware, perpetrate identity theft, financial fraud, and corporate espionage. The growing use of Web 2.0 applications exposes organizations to a growing number of risks and attack vectors. So as much as the Internet opens up endless possibilities, it also creates endless vulnerabilities to your email and web networks. Let's look at email first. Today's email security landscape contains many bidirectional threats to your messaging environment. Outbound threats center on data leakage and content leakage. Inbound threats center on spam and attacks to your network, including viruses, malware, and network attacks like denial of service. The email security landscape has now become even more complex when compounded with Web 2.0 and blended threats that use email as an invitation to web-based infections. As a result, email security today must protect from inbound threats, including embedded web and URL links that invite unsuspecting victims to web-based infections, and blended threats. Control outbound data leakage and improve business processes with instant-on remediation, encryption, and other enforcement actions. Manage the solution for comprehensive security with flexible reporting and high availability. Web 2.0 is about content both entering and leaving an organization. Upstream, Web 2.0 is interactive and collaborative. What data is leaving your organization via wikis, blogs, or other sites with user-generated content? Downstream, Web 2.0 is the primary infection point. Are you protected from malicious code, spyware, and crimeware? Scale. The web is massive and grows 40% annually. How do you keep up with the new and ever-changing pages and sites? To eliminate security gaps and address the growing consolidated threat landscape, enterprises need to look at the security for email and web as a big picture or as consolidated. Certain items are unique to email and web, but for the most part, key aspects such as DLP and reporting apply across protocols in order to eliminate security gaps, give a lower total cost of ownership, and less administrative burden. The consolidation of email and web risks requires the ability for a messaging security solution to prevent, control, and manage bidirectional risks across multiple protocols for consolidated visibility into what is entering and exiting the network. Ultimately, email and web security is really about content, whether you want to block threats or prevent data loss. There are primary concerns those around security itself, and secondary concerns, those around productivity. Let's look at primary concerns. Leakage or data loss of sensitive, confidential, and compliance regulated content from employees via email, wikis, blogs, even pop mail and social networks. Threats of malware, spyware, viruses, crimeware, and other malicious code being delivered via blended threats or throughout the web, and can infect any visitor without their knowledge, not to mention the legal risks you incur if employees visit inappropriate sites and then share that content with others. Secondary concerns center on productivity. With the ever-growing percentage of spam delivered by email and ongoing complexity of attacks, productivity drain is certainly an important driver for anti-spam products. Acceptable use is a productivity issue, more common today due to employees interacting with websites for personal use. There is also the resource loss with the bandwidth needed by regular web surfing of large dynamic sites that contain user uninitiated and initiated downloads of content, programs, applications, and files. So we have seen that with the great possibilities that the web opens up for businesses, there are great risks as well. In the next video in this series, we'll take a look at how WatchGuard Extensible Content Security helps businesses maximize the value they get from their internet connection while minimizing the risks they incur. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.